Hey, it's your girl KB back with another review for Married to Medicine. Y'all, this show, look at office cute in the mug. This show, it be my favorite. Married to Medicine and Traders are like my favorites to watch and review right now. So let's get it popping. What's the name of this episode? I put it down. Season 12. Episode 6, All in the Family. Cute little episode. We start off, we see little intro scenes, We see the doctors with their selfie vids at the hospital. Jackie. We see Angel giving us nurse teas. The hospital come through, Angel. And we see Dr. Mimi. Now, I didn't realize, I guess she had said we. But I didn't even realize that they have the practice together. So Steve used to do pro sports. Mimi is a psychiatrist. She's a psychiatrist. And they have a women's mental health clinic. So they do that. So her little scene, she like, look at Steve. He gone. Pray for me. I'm still here. Okay. So, excuse me. We start off at Quad House. She is back from Ghana for the egg retrieval, y'all. Angel and Heavenly get there first. They, Heavenly like, girl, you sure you ain't pregnant? You over that thick? Look at you over that thick? With you 15 times a week. Angel said 15 times a week? My God, no. She was like, I know it's a muscle, but you stretch that out too much. Contessa gets there last. She's got a present for a Quad. It's a teddy bear. I guess it had like a blue ribbon around the neck. Cause she's like, look, y'all, Contessa want me to have a boy. In the confessional, she's like, pregnancy was just not a good experience. I don't care what anybody say. And she wrote down her reasons why. So now that everybody that she wants there is there, Quad lets them know that she's got 4 eggs that are going to get fertilized, and hopefully they mature into viable embryos, okay? So meanwhile, while they're over here, some of the guys are at the barbershop. We see King going to meet Eugene and Cecil, which cracked me all the way up. I said, not King going to meet with the guys of the women that's not at your house. I don't know why that was funny to me. I was like, they just finna go run back and tell their wives. Why can't you over there talking to the ops wives over there carrying on? So he is, what is that word supposed to be? Again? He is again, it says agina. He is agina airing out his grievances. But albeit this is a better environment. This is a more intimate, personal environment. You're not just blurting out at the party. Yeah, but when the woman apologizes, it just need to be sincere and not just like, oh, here you go, an apology. Like, why are you chiming in, sir? Just he be doing too much. You can tell is getting to a place of him possibly resenting Quad for what's going on. He treats Quad the way Toya negs Eugene. It's literally the same. Like, any opportunity I have to poke fun at you and laugh, I'm gonna do it. That's what King does, and that's what Toya does. So that was just interesting to kind of really make that connection in my head. You ain't gotta agree, but that's how I feel. It was supposed to be one trip to Ghana. They do the egg retrieval and they was done. He said at this point, it's been 5. They have been back and forth to Ghana 5 times. I'm guessing over the last year. Has it even been a year? Maybe over a year. Because last reunion, no, it has to be a year, because the last reunion where she was talking about it, Dr. Jackie was still doing her IVF treatments. She just recently on this season told us that she found this doctor in Ghana, and since she's found this doctor in Ghana, been over there 5 times. I like to vacation like the next girl, but flying all the way to Ghana 5 times in less than a year's time? That man said he had to quit his job. Excuse me? How and why, Sway? How and why? Did you have to quit your job because of this IVF journey? And she the one told us, right? She told us. Oh, Jesus, I gotta lose some weight, child. 2026, 70 pounds. Okay, 70. I need 70 off. So, yes, where was I? 5 trips to Ghana. He said it's taking time away from him being able to work and also time away from he can spend with his daughter. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is sounding crazy. And he is sounding unsure about wanting to continue this process. He said he's constantly catering to her needs and neglecting his. She in a confessional like, but you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. And it's like, yeah, he shouldn't, but we can tell that he is. And that's why he kind of the way he is, real snarky at times. And Cecil straight up said, yeah, because at this point, if you say something, if you voice your concerns, you're going to sound selfish. And he's like, exactly. So I just gotta deal, right? Basically. He was like, it's a time and a place to have these type of conversations. And now is not the time. Like, pick a better time with your wife. Eugene, I can't remember what he said exactly, but he definitely was like, he basically was like, life is too short. I said, there that is. I ain't gonna lie, this scene slightly humanized King for me because at the end of the day, his feelings are valid. He is not wrong. Going back and forth 5 times is crazy, okay? So we'll get back to him at the end of the episode. But we have seen that he's had to quit his job and basically completely devote himself to this IVF journey with Quad. His feelings are valid. I don't like the way he treat her. I still don't like the way he be saying little slick stuff and everything. That ain't okay. But his feelings are valid. So back at Quad House, they are filling her in about the purse party and how messy it was. Girl, Toya and Heavenly, they gonna duke it out every time, child. Every time. Angel is in confessional saying that Heavenly is full of SHIT because Toya never mentioned Heavenly's kids. I was dumbfounded because I was like, didn't we start the event, the season, the first 2 events we had between the Sanders polo party and then the girls dance class? Toya brought up Heavenly's son? Am I tripping? Am I the problem? I'm like, I feel like Toya been poking Heavenly. Now, it might be leftover beef for something else Heavenly did. I'm not trying to say Heavenly don't deserve it, not one bit. But this season, we have absolutely seen Toya mention Heavenly's son or try to bring up the arrest and this, that, and the third. And then, and maybe this was a scene that she had one-on-one with somebody and not in front of Angel. I definitely remember Toya being like, I got good kids. I got good kids. Baby, what? We not finna act like these things didn't happen. So why are they trying to gaslight Heavenly like she is being crazy and the lady never talked about her son? So I was like, Angel, was she not at those events? She was at those events. Because her, Quad, and King was looking like a throuple. So what is she talking about? You heard her bring up that girl's son. So please stop it. Please, please. Heavenly be wrong about a whole lot of things. So we ain't going to pin no unnecessary stuff on her. Okay? So Contessa's like, but why are we even talking about this? Didn't this happen years ago? She said, well, yes, it did. But it recently came up in the blog. So here it is. People bringing it up. Contessa says, y'all think Simone brought it up? Everybody's like, oh, I agree. Why is you laughing? And then they end up having a conversation about how Simone likes to look up people's stuff. To me, that is not a big deal. It is so not a big deal. If I was on the show, I would absolutely have an alert on my phone for male married to medicine. Like anything that get published to say married to medicine, I'm gonna want to know. So yeah, I'm gonna look up your stuff. It's public records. Now, if she brings it up and seen on camera, tag her. Now, if she reposts something or out you, get her. But the fact that she's looking it up, like that's just not a big deal to me. It's really not. And Kawhi was like, so did she look up this house when I bought this house? Girl, you know she looked up that house. That's why she said you were sleeping with the contractor, because she saw what it cost. We ain't forgot about that. Simone is terrible. All of them terrible, child. And so she's like, well, she looking up this house when I bought this house? Heavenly said, girl, she said she would look up that car, that Rolls Royce, if she had the VIN number so she could see who owned it. Everybody face like, excuse me? Angel's like, why would she say that? Who she say that to? Who she say that to? Heavenly like, she said it to me. She said it to me. And Kawhi goes, yeah, she should have known you was gonna tell me. She should have known you would have told me. I said she absolutely did, and that's why she was being messy, because one constant we can depend on in this show for 90% of the time is Quad and Heavenly to be besties. They've had their falling outs, but they fall out hard because they bestie hard. So it's like, Simone, you knew she was gonna run and tell that. And so Heavenly, does that make me a bad friend? Does that make me a bad friend? Because Tessa said, nah, girl, she need to know where she stand with people. She's like, exactly. Next, we see a very touching scene from Dr. Mimi and her husband, y'all, Steve. The Sanders. She's getting home from work. She has her son with her. And you can just tell she is very overwhelmed. She's in a frantic state. The son was upset. Where's Dada? Where's Vanna? He's looking for where everybody is. Steve finally gets home. Well, I ain't gonna say finally, like they was waiting long. Steve gets on home and they talk about how the daughter is at Mimi's mom's house because she needs time away from her brother. Essentially, they don't want her to gain some type of complex with having to take care of her brother, and with her brother being special needs and her always having to cater to him and what he needs in that moment. They don't want her to gain a complex. They're like, we get overwhelmed for it. We feel how we have to sacrifice. So I know she feels it, and she's 7. She don't deserve that. So she be with a mama, well, with a Mimi mama sometimes. So Mimi is like, baby, she is about to cry. She is so frantic and just anxious. And she's like, you know, driving with Stevie in the car, you gotta be on guard in case you gotta bob and weave. He be throwing stuff be flying around or whatever. Steve is telling her, listen, I got it. Go do what you need to do. And she's like, but you deserve a wife that cooks dinner. And Stevie deserves this, and you guys deserve this, but I just don't have it. I don't have it right now. You could just see, like, she turning red, face swelling all up. She is just about to explode into a puddle of tears, child. He's like, go take a shower. Go watch some mindless TV. Just go relax. She's like, boy, I can't relax. You see these damn cameras still here? I can't take it out for another hour. I gotta film for another hour. Okay. Oh, Lord. Little Stevie got the lamp. He got the lamp. He like, I got it. Get the lamp from him. He gonna tap the whole house. Child. Next we see Heavenly. Heavenly meets up with this brother that she didn't know existed, y'all. I said, I hope she got a DNA. Knowing Heavenly and Damon that she got a DNA. She got a DNA, or she checked with somebody. She called a relative. She called somebody. But I can believe that she got a DNA. I refuse to believe that she would just let this man walk off the street and be like, I'm your brother. Yeah, Cecilia, back in Macon. Yeah, no, not Macon. Where was she from? She from Miami. Back in Broward. Yeah, that's my mom. Yeah, girl, I'm sure she went and got a Dana, as Tyler Perry would say. So she didn't know she had a brother, y'all. She did not know this man existed. She was at work one day, and the front office was like, hey, girl, your brother up here. And she like, brother? Whose? And she turned that corner and saw that man and was like, brother? They both said that they see each other's features, kids' features. Yeah, my daughters look just like you. Yeah, you look like daddy, and you look with my daddy. You look like my daddy. Da, da, da. I found it interesting how she put that hard emphasis on my daddy. Had you ever met my daddy? Have you ever? It's his daddy too, allegedly. Maybe they ain't had a test at this point, so she wouldn't go say. Well, I'm sure somebody asked at the reunion, child. I'm sure somebody asked somewhere. I need to. Carlos King gonna make me get his Patreon, child. Gonna make me get on his Patreon, because him and Heavenly review it behind the Patreon, and he also do traders behind the Patreon with Dustin. So I might just have to cave and get the Patreon, child. Anywho, she's asking him questions about his family, and they, like I said, they know that each other look alike. He only met the dad a couple of times. She does the math. Look, my mom and my dad was married, okay? It's more kids. I got older siblings. How old are you? When were you born? They were married. Yep. They were married. And so she just kind of like has this... she can't believe that her daddy did this. You know what I mean? My daddy cheated on my mama to create you, and we never knew you existed, okay? She said, I ain't really know. I ain't really know his side of the family like that. And now I see why. It was all these secrets, right? She doesn't have any ill will against her father, which is deceased at this point. And she is excited to have a brother. But she is taken aback that her daddy did something like this, because he was a deacon in a church. And she thought that he was a stand-up man. But like, this is making her second guess all men. I said, ooh. Please don't be a setup for a letdown, because between this and between her, so daddy, if you can hide Junior arrest from me, what else are you hiding from me? You know what I mean? So speaking of Junior, she ends up telling the brother about Damon Jr., how they not talking right now. She yelled him down, and he got all his stuff and left. He said he's going through something similar with one of his kids. She said she's having a family reunion, and she's going to invite him. She's never had a family reunion before, and her parents are both gone. Most of her siblings are gone. She don't get along with her older sister. She already told us that. So she's very excited for this experience. I've been to a family reunion a couple of times. We had them when I was like middle school, high schoolish. My mama is from Starkville, Mississippi, y'all. And I think we had maybe 2 or 3 years of having a big family reunion. Like, get the DJ, get the caterers, get all the stuff, get the park day, have this, have that. But it just ended up being my mama, my auntie, and my grandma paying for most of the stuff and doing everything. So they was just like, we ain't finna do this no more. So they stopped the family reunions, and now they have Kinfolk Day. So it's a lot smaller. They just go on out there, see, they uncles, aunties, and stuff that's still out there, getting everybody's out there in Starkville. And they have Kinfolk Day, and it's like just like a little 1-day family reunion type deal, just super short. I think it's cute. I ain't never been out there for Kinfolk Day. Starkville, Mississippi is a little slow for my speed. And although it's family, I love them and everything, I don't know them people. So the way my family is structured, my mom has 1 brother. My grandma got 2 kids. But my grandma has a bunch of siblings. So they span like 20 years worth of time, to whereas one of my granny's sisters is close to my mama's age. So I say she my aunt because she about my mama's age, but she's really my great aunt. So I know my great aunts and stuff. And so the great greats, I don't know them. My mama go out there for her great greats, for her, the rest of the siblings up there, but I don't really go, how I get on the stage, y'all. So we see Heavenly calling Jackie, asking her how to make mac and cheese. This annoyed me real bad, because Heavenly, your big grown ass from the South, with a husband and some children, you know how to make some macaroni and cheese. I ain't saying I think it's gonna be delicious, but you know how to make some macaroni and cheese. Why is you calling this lady playing on the phone? 45 minutes. The box say 4 minutes. You finna burn some stuff up in here. Don't piss me off, Emily. Don't piss me off. So they're having a mac and cheese out for the family reunion. Everybody's going to be there, of course. I think Contessa's the only one that's not going to be there because her daughter has a pageant that day. It was really cute seeing that little scene of them getting her together. So we see everybody getting their recipes together. Of course, Toya got her oldest son, Ashton. He's 15. He in there, and he is damn serious about his mac and cheese, baby. He's like, I'm making a bechamel sauce. Yeah, I'm making a bechamel sauce, okay? She's like, I don't know what's going on with your roux, but it better be good. It's a bechamel sauce. Eugene, like, when did you go to Cordon Bleu? He in there, he's serious, baby. My bechamel sauce, okay? She said, well, your rigmarole better be good and win us this competition. So we see Cecil and Simone in the kitchen. Cecil is the one cooking the mac and cheese, and he's excited about it. He said, baby, this been passed down to the family. This is a 75-year-old mac and cheese recipe, okay? We don't play no games about this. So I'm going to say, oh, when I used to make it for the boys, my technique was a little different. He was like, Kraft mac and cheese. She like, see, that's why I don't cook for y'all no more. Y'all be hating on me. Y'all be hating on me. I do my barbecue baked chicken. I got my spaghetti. She named her little dishes that she make, and she like, but y'all be hating on me. That's why I don't be cooking no more, because y'all be hating on me. Y'all be hating on me. Y'all don't give a fuck about me. Don't nobody give a fuck about me. Who don't give a fuck about me? None of you niggas give a fuck about me. When was the last time you said, let me take something off your plate? Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. I always jump in. I'm always willing to step out around the house. That's not fair. I like to lighten your load. Cecil, around the house, yes, you help me out. But with the boys, Cecil, with the boys, they get to yelling. The dog look in the camera like... The dog said... They were just in the kitchen like, y'all ain't gonna take her nowhere else. She ain't got nowhere else to film, huh? The dog looked dead in the camera and said, oh my God, it tickled me so bad that the dog had a visceral reaction. So it's time for the physician family reunion, y'all. Each person has their own colored t-shirt that they have for all of their family members that will be in attendance. Real cute, real cute. I'm gonna have to do something like this. This sounds fun. Toya comes and Heavenly introduces her to the brother, and she's like, Heavenly, I had to go make up a brother. I said, because where did it come from? Heavenly like, well, my daddy had some outside children, so here we are. And then Toya, this is when it stopped being funny, and this is why I'm like, see, Toya, this is why when people get on your neck, they stay on your neck. She turns to Heavenly and was like, so only one of your sons gonna be here today? The other son didn't want to come, huh? She was just like, Toya, in confessional. Emily like, see, and that's why her man still got a little dick, right, Daddy? He was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I was like, wait, why would you start off with yeah? He was taken off guard. I'm just teasing. Oh man, Heavy cracking up. Quad get there, and Heavenly said she brought the whole city of Memphis with her. I said, period. Memphis in here, Memphis in the house. What? She did have a bunch of people. So, what happened? Quad pulls up, and they pull up in the Ferrari, y'all. Heavenly gonna say, did you drive the Ferrari because you don't want Simone to get the VIN number off the Rolls Royce? And the thing about them driving that Ferrari, why would they park it in the handicap? I said, who has a handicap? Why is a Ferrari parked in the handicap, child? Is somebody gonna move this car? Did y'all just do that? I feel like they did it just so everybody could see them pull up in the Ferrari. Like, get this on camera, get everybody seeing it. And she probably had one of her cousins move the car once the cameras went on inside. Stunts and shows, baby. Stunts and shows. Angel gets there, and it was cracking me up, y'all. Simone and her son Michael standing there. Michael said, who she married to? Simone said, nobody. Nobody. Like nobody. You gonna be a stepdad? So speaking of Angel, she brought this man with her, y'all. Some man. And Toya bring her, but you take it to you. Take it to you. She is in full effect. She got out the car. She had a cup already in her hand. She came in heavily about her son not talking to her. And now she finna come at Angela about this man. Because who is this? Who is this? And then the reply made me scrunch my face up hard and disgustedly. Because he said that we've been together for like a decade on and off. Don't tell nobody else that. Don't tell nobody else that, Dr. Bernard, okay? And I'm like, don't she got a child that's younger than 10? So it just sounds goofy for you to be like, oh yeah, we've been on and off for 10 years. And she got a 5-year-old. So the child happened between the on and off, like, huh? It was crazy. It was crazy because on and off, okay, anyway. Toya's just like, oh, you must heard that I was finna set up on a date. You must heard that I was finna set up on a date and you had to come stake your claim. Angela confessional cracking me up. She said she is breaking the girl code. I could be down to my last dime and he about to pay my mortgage. Not me and my kids out on the street. I like Angel. She funny. She funny. So everyone is having a good old time, y'all. I said this is like one of the few moments where everybody act like they got a little sense and they just legit have a good time. We see them out there dancing and all that. The thunder girl, it started thundering. I said, woo, baby, let's move it inside because this rain ain't playing, okay? We see that they're doing a vote for the best mac and cheese. Now, I didn't quite understand what was going on. Were they like collecting raffle tickets, like pay for a ticket and you can vote for the mac and cheese? Like, I was confused at how it was working. But they weren't confused about Toya cheating. They showed multiple clips of people being like, yeah, the girl with the yellow shirt and the bob, she was cheating. Yeah, the girl with the bob, she was cheating. Yeah, the girl with the bob, she was stuffing her tickets in there. The girl with the bob, yeah, she made me get the wrong ticket. Her son wanted to vote for Orange. Who was Orange? Who was Orange, y'all? Her son wanted to vote for Orange, and she like, nigga, you ain't finna vote against the team. What's wrong with you? They do the count, and of course, her son, her tickets are the most. Her tickets are the most, and they like, girl, you cheated, you cheated. And she said, you gonna walk over there to that 15-year-old boy and tell him he ain't win this mac and cheese? Let him have it. He was very serious about his bechamel sauce, okay? He won. That baby won, even if Toya did cheat. He won, okay? Fine. They, they had a good old time. That's the end of that. Last scene, y'all. My nose stuffy. The episode ends with Kawhi and King. They're both in the house, and she calls him. He's like, why you calling me in the next room over? She was like, cause it was easier that way, and I'm nervous. I just got a message on the portal. Come on over so we can look at it together. That's so bad. She had, when she went out to Ghana to do the retrieval, they retrieved 5 eggs, but one of them wasn't strong enough and didn't progress as an egg. So they had 4 eggs that grew to the point where they could be fertilized. Those 4 eggs were fertilized, but only 1 egg matured to the stage of where they could do implantation. Also, Cecil, Orange was Cecil. He was about to vote for Cecil's mac and cheese. He said it was 75, baby. He said he sure was it. So they only have 1 viable embryo that could be implanted, and I don't even think they will go through surgery. I don't think they even go through surgery if you only have 1. I think it has to be at least the 2, maybe, or maybe they just will take your money and do whatever you say do. Who knows? I truly don't know. But she is distraught, and she said that she feels like a failure. And obviously she is wanting to do it again. King is like, babe, we have to be practical, and this is a lot. Like, this is a lot. And she just takes it as money-wise, and it's like, well, you don't have to pay anything else for it. You don't have to pay anything else. He's like, but that's still, money ain't the only issue. What about my time? I still have to go back and forth with you. What about my kid? I'm still got time away from that. What about your mental state? What about, like, girl? And it's like I said, both of them have very valid points. Because if I'm King, I could do with or without another child. And then we have to pay and travel. And I got to quit my job to tend to your IVF journey. And we're spending thousands. IVF by itself, people with insurance still have to pay something. You're going through multiple treatments, multiple cycles. So that means who knows how much they cover. You might have a max. You might have a cap. Going to Ghana, the flights alone are probably like $2,000-$3,000. Like, what? So, King's feelings are valid. Like, it is very valid. I don't even really want this child. I done spent $50K and it still ain't going nowhere. And you want to just keep going. And the eggs is doing what they doing. Like, girl, pray over that 1 egg and see if they'll implant it. But yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. And it just makes me feel like, dang, it makes me surprised that she didn't do this right after she got the divorce. But then I thought about it and I'm like, ooh, it's like people have been speculating. It probably didn't really hit her that she wants to be a mom until the situation happened. But like I said in the last episode, last review, we've seen Quad single mom it before. She got space for her mama and her mama's sister to come up and through there and be with that baby, with them kids, just like she did for Mason when she had Mason for like, she had her nephew for some years, didn't it? She had her nephew for some years because she had the nephew. They had all moved down when Quad was still married to Greg. After she had got a divorce, Mason had came to stay with her in this house. Yeah, I think it was this house because Mason was a big kid. I think it was when she first moved into the house. And so she's single mom before, so I don't think that's the issue, but it's just like, girl, this a lot just to be constantly doing. Like, we might have to look at some adoption. We might have to look at some donor eggs. Like, see if you can get some donor eggs and you carry your baby still. It'll still be your baby. You can still experience that, but just constantly doing this when you 45 up, like, girl, it is what it is at this point. I just really wish that 1 egg, I really hope that 1 egg is able to be the yes, be the viable. So that is it, y'all. Girl, Laura cracked me up. What are you wearing? Because Heavenly, why you got this little crop top on, little hoochie mama? Hurry, hoochie mama. She know the hoochie mama. Hurry, hoochie mama. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment, let me know what y'all think about the show, about the video, about the review, all of the things. And share it. Let the people see me, y'all. Bye.